when you hear those stories, your eyes just bug out. And you say, no, don't tell me anymore. But the next moment you'll be saying, and then what happened? And monster stories or scary stories are kind of like that. We enjoy them, even when we get scared of, because of them. And I don't know if you have read one of my books called Rhinos for Lunch and Elephants for Supper.
No, we did not read that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the story that my grandfather told me. And it's a story about a hare who comes back from a walk and is about to go into her den inside a cave when she hears a big voice from inside the cave. From a voice, a rustling inside the cave. And then she asks, "Who is there?" And then this booming voice comes down and says, "It's a monster, a monster. I eat rhinos for lunch and elephants for supper. Come in if you dare." So the hare ran away and got the fox. And the fox said, "I'll get the monster out." So they went to the cave. When they got there, once again, the big booming voice came out. "I eat rhinos for lunch and elephants for supper. Come in if you dare." And the fox and the hare ran away. And they met a leopard. And the leopard said, "Oh, I'll claw his eyes out. Come, let's go." So they got to the cave, and the leopard shouted at the monster, "Come out, you big brute of a monster, before I claw your eyes out." "I'm a monster, came the voice. "I eat rhinos for lunch and elephants for supper. Come in if you dare." And the leopard ran away with the fox and the hare behind. And they met a rhino. And they told the rhino about the monster. The rhino said, "Oh, I'll drive him out and into the bush." So the rhino and the leopard and the fox and the hare all went to the cave. When they got there, the rhino scratched the ground and stomped on the ground and shouted out to the monster. But once again, the monster shouted back with his threats. And the rhino, the leopard, and the fox and the hare all ran away. And they found an elephant. And the elephant said, "Oh, with my trunk, I'll bounce him out." And they followed the elephant to the cave. When they got there, the elephant trumpeted into the cave. Once again, the big booming voice came out. "I eat rhinos for lunch and elephants for supper. Come in if you dare." And once again, they all ran away. And they ran and made such a big crashing noise in the forest, and the whole ground shook. And they woke up a little frog who came out of her hole. And she was mad because she'd been woken up from her nap. They said, "What's the matter with you? I was having a perfectly good nap and you woke me up with your noise." So they told the frog about the monster. And the frog thought a bit and calmed down a little bit. And then she said, "Come, I'll drive him out for you." The animals looked at her and said, "What, you, a frog, who drive out a monster who eats rhinos for lunch and elephants for supper?" The frog said, "Well, that's the only way I'll have my nap, by driving out the monster that you were not able to drive away." So they followed the frog. When they got to the cave, the frog spoke into the cave. "Come out, whoever you are, before I come in and get you." Once again, the big booming voice came out. "I am a monster, a monster. I eat rhinos for lunch and elephants for..." Enough. Thank you. "Come in if you dare." And the frog, do you think the frog ran away? No. No, the frog did not run away. She shone right back into the cave and said, "I'm the great eater, the great eater. I eat rhinos for breakfast, elephants for lunch, and monsters for supper. I'm coming in, I'm coming in." And then they all waited. There was a big silence. They all waited. And out of the dark crawled a tiny caterpillar, flicking his eyes and rubbing his ears. "Oh my word!" he exclaimed in a small voice. "What an echo there is in this cave! Ooh! Oh, hardly the place to stay for a nap. Though I did try my best." And then, with a mischievous smile, he sauntered on his way. The animals looked at one another in disbelief. Then they laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, and how silly they had been. But the little frog did not crack a smile. "Come with me," she called after the caterpillar. "I know just the place for..." She turned and glared at the laughing animals. An uninterrupted afternoon nap. Then swinging her walking stick and chewing on her pipe, she led the way, cool and confident as can be. Thank you. Now, that is the story that